Are you looking to transfer your property tax basis under Prop 19, but you want to see some Prop 19 examples? We're going to run through the calculations to estimate your property taxes when transferring under Prop 19. We're going to show you where to find the 3 important numbers that you need, and make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to share the biggest mistake that people are going to make or have made with Prop 19 and don't even know it. Hey there. Christian Walsh, real estate agent in Southern California. We have been helping buyers and sellers make the best data-driven decisions in this crazy market and helping them calculate their property taxes under Proposition 19. Now bear in mind, Prop 19 has several different sections. One is related to being over the age of 55 and transferring your property tax base up to 3 times. The other way Proposition 19 affects folks is through the inheritance or transfer of real estate from grandparent or parent to children. So that we're not going to cover. We're only running through Prop 19 examples for transferring property taxes for those over the age of 55. But of course, we're going to be bringing out more content to show you how to calculate property taxes when inheriting real estate. And remember, we can't give tax or legal advice, but for the most honest and up-to-date real estate advice, subscribe to this channel. So what are the 3 magic numbers you need to calculate your property taxes under Proposition 19 when transferring? You need your factored base year value. We're going to show you exactly where to find that. You need the sale price of the home when you sell, and you need the purchase price of the next home when you buy. So of course you could just use an estimated sales price and an estimated purchase price to figure out roughly where your property tax values are going to be. So what is the factored base year value and where do you find that number? Well, that is the value of your property according to your local tax assessor. So you're going to visit your county assessor website to find your property tax bill or find the number. So for example, we have Orange County's website up right now, and you can pull any property tax bill anywhere in Orange County for any property. I use this often for my clients. And when you do, you'll find you get your property tax bill and you will see the number here. So for this property, this is a listing we have coming in Orange County here soon. The net taxable value, what they call it, which is a combination of the value of the land and the improvements, the land and the buildings, that number for this particular property is $608,940. So that is a number to use for the base year value in calculation if this person is going to take advantage of Prop 19 and they're over the age of 55. And for our Prop 19 example, we're going to use this property in Los Angeles. Here we are at the Los Angeles County Assessor Portal, and we can see that this property was purchased in 1984. That's when they were able to set the value for Prop 13. The increases over the years have added up to the current value of $230,367. So we're going to round that to $230,000. That's what we're going to use for our Prop 19 example. And this is what you're going to do to run through Prop 19 calculations for a property you have. So let's run through some math. We're going to run through a Proposition 19 example. Don't get scared away by the numbers. It's not that complicated. It really boils down to just 3 numbers like we talked about. So the first number we have is the base year value, and we're going to use that number from the example I showed you in Los Angeles, and that we're going to round to $230,000. That's the base year value they bought in 1984. They're going to remodel that house. I'm already got them lined up with a contractor who's going to front the money to do all the remodel, and they'll pay it back after it sells. It is going to be a beautiful house, turnkey in the neighborhood. I'm projecting a sale price of 1.1 for the home. That's a conservative number. So we actually haven't sold it yet. We're just running through, we're doing rough calculations right now, doing estimates. So that sale price is going to be conservatively $1.1 million. So they're pre-qualified, they'll be able to purchase something else, and they're probably going to be able to spend around 1.5. So we're going to use that number for the purchase price on the next home that they're buying. So they've stepped it up and they're buying a more expensive house than what they sold. So that means that there's going to be additional property taxes that are owed. So how do we calculate that? Very simple. We're going to take the purchase price, we're going to subtract from that the sale price, And we'll be left over with $400,000. Basic math, they're paying an extra $400,000 for the next home. So what do we do with that number? We're gonna take the extra and we're gonna add it to the base year value. So add the 230, again, simple math. The new taxable value is $630,000. So for calculating the property taxes on the new $1.5 million home, they'll be using $630,000. So there's a significant savings in annual property taxes due to Proposition 19. So what if they decided, you know what, we're not gonna buy a more expensive house, we're not gonna move up, we're actually going to downsize and we're gonna buy a less expensive house. What do their property taxes look like in that scenario? So let's say instead of spending 1.5, they decide, you know what, we're only gonna spend $800,000. So the purchase price is $800,000 for the next home they're buying. Well, in this example, because the purchase price is lower than the sale price, there's actually no math to do. All you do is you bring down the base year value of $230,000. That is what the property taxes will be based on for anything that is at or below the sale price of the home that they've sold. And don't forget that we're real estate agents. We can help make sure you do everything right when you buy and sell under Prop 19 and transferring your property tax base. One more important thing, I thank you for sticking around to the end. I told you there's a big mistake that some folks are gonna make, and this Prop 19 example will show you. You now have the ability to transfer your property tax base 3 times. And that's even if you took advantage of Prop 6090 before Prop 19. You get a brand new slate. You get 3 times to do this. People are going to make a mistake in the middle that could make them owe more money in property taxes. And specifically, what do I mean by that? That's if you buy down and in the future you decide to buy back up again. We've run through this scenario where they've purchased a home for $800,000. Down the road, if they're going to buy another home and take advantage of second or third use of Prop 19, the new numbers are these. So their purchase price there was $800. Let's just say values stay flat and they sell for $800. So now their property tax basis will only transfer on an $800,000 property. So if they decide to go back to where they were, they now will owe more property taxes to get right to back to where they were. So now, if they do this scenario, their new taxable value will be $530,000. So and that's right where they were before at the 1-1. So the important point is, don't make that mistake. You need to have a plan all the way through the end if you're going to take advantage of Prop 19 more than once to make sure that you don't reset your sale price and end up costing yourself money in the long run by having additional property taxes. Very important. Hope that makes sense. Leave questions below if it doesn't. Even if the math scared you, if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button. More important content coming, including what paperwork you need to fill out, whether you're transferring your property tax basis and you're over 55 or through the inheritance of real estate. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and our weekly newsletter so that you don't miss out. And if you like this video, you're gonna love this next one. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Christian Walsh, real estate agent with Wire Associates, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, and we want to hear from you.